There are moments in your life when you can feel the shift before anything actually snaps. A quiet warning, a tightening in your chest, a voice in your gut whispering something's not adding up. I didn't know it then, but everything around me was getting ready to break at the same time. Money, trust, safety, people, and a version of me that had been surviving on fumes. She was about to get pushed to her limit. This was the first chapter where the lies got louder, where the people closest to me started showing cracks I wasn't prepared to see, where the situations I thought I was safe in proved I wasn't. All I knew was, everywhere I turned, something fell off. Too many things weren't lining up. Too many shadows started moving differently. And by the time I realized what was really happening, I was already in the middle of it. This is where the story changes. Yep, I wrecked the car. I ran into that sign, literally ran into that sign and stopped right there. I stopped, got out of the car. Thankfully, like no airbags or nothing didn't deploy anything, but I scraped up the driver's side, like I had a dent and scraped up the driver's side, pretty bad. So I got out the car because I was like, oh shit, I just hit the sign in this nigga car. And it's like, oh, I was panicking. I get out, I look at the damage, and I'm like, okay, all right. Let me call him and let him know. But let me move because I know people that's driving by saw this accident happen and I know they finna stop to try to help me. But I think I can drive the car. I think the car is drivable. I know y'all probably like, look, you supposed to sit there and you supposed to report it, do this and that. And I'm like, I wasn't trying to hear that. I needed to get Kaya. And I was not thinking. I'm just like, all right, well, it looks drivable. I'm finna attempt to see if it's drivable. And if it's drivable, I'll complete what I gotta do. And then worry about this car. So I get in, crank it up, move it. It's still drivable. So I'm like, all right, I'ma just drive slow. Because I'm not like feeling no shifts on the tire or anything. I'm just hearing some scrapes. So I drive at a couple of inches and I'm stopping like, look, I don't want to fuck nothing up. So let me call Marlon. Like, let me call him and let him know. And then I'm going to call the school to let them know, like, look, I'm literally right around the corner. But I had an accident. So I called Marlon. He answered. He was like, hey, what's up? I was like, I just wrecked the car. He was like, you did what? I was like, I just wrecked the car. He was like, how? I was like, well, I'm okay. And the car it's drivable. It's just scraping. But I ran into the sign because I was on my way to go get Kaya from school because school called me saying that I need to pick him up. So I was on my way to go get him. And then I was trying to turn and the car wouldn't turn. And then I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop fast enough not to hit the doggone sign. And I hit the doggone sign. And he was just like, so where are you? Where's the car? How's the car? I said, the car is drivable. Like I said, I hit that sign like going towards Kion school. But I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I feel like I can drive the car. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you want to call the insurance company now? Or like, do I need to call like AAA? Like what do you want me to do? Or do you want me to take it back to the job? Like, just let me know. He was like, you're going to have to try to take it back to the job. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. It's drivable. He was like, yeah, I'm going to figure out the insurance stuff, but just get Kaya and head back to the job and then we'll talk. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get in the car, start driving it. Like I said, like it was driving. It was just scraping when I drove, but it's like the wheel was intact. It wasn't wobbling or anything. So I'm like, she was a little bit damaged, but it's drivable. So I'm going to drive that thing. Complete my task. Complete the mission. So get to the school, pick up Kaya, get back to the job. When I got back to the job, the first place I went was the front. And I was like, I went to go find my male coworker. I was like, yo, guess what just happened? He was like, what? I was like, I wrecked the car. He was like, no, you did. No, you didn't. He was like, swear. I said, I swear. Come on, let me show you. And I took him outside. He was like, Kiki, how did you do this? I'm like, look, the brakes wouldn't work. And I was trying to turn and I slammed it to the side. He was like, why you didn't use the emergency brake? I didn't think about the emergency brake, okay? I felt like I was in a life or death situation, and all my senses kind of like, phew. it just went out there. So I looked at him like, I forgot about the emergency brake. He's like, oh my God, Kiki. Oh my God, it's okay. I'm glad that you okay, but ooh, oh boy, gonna be upset about this car. I was like, yeah, I know. He's like, did you let him know? Did you call him? No, I'm like, yeah, I called him, and he was just like, just drive back to the job since it's drivable. We gonna work out the insurance stuff. He was like, all right, cool. So we ended up going back in the job, and when I went back in, I went to my office, called Marlon to like see what was going on. He was like, hey, so we have a problem. I was like, what's the problem? He was like, you're not on the insurance. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not on the insurance? I thought you said that you added me to the insurance because since I was going to be driving the car, you added me as a driver on the insurance. He was like, I went in to add you, but it was going to take my premium up. Like it was going to jack my premium up $100. So I just didn't add you. I didn't think nothing of it. Like I was just like, well, it should be okay. I didn't foresee you having an accident. I'm like, so Marlon, what are we supposed to do? Because I was driving the car, and the insurance company is going to want to know, like, what happened, who was driving, da-da-da. You weren't driving the car. I was driving the car. I'm not insured on the car, so they're not going to pay for the car, Marlon. Like, so what are we going to do? He's like, look, this is what we're going to do. We just not going to report today. I'm going to add you to the insurance today, and then we're just going to report tomorrow. I'm like, Marlon. Marlon, he was like, look, just trust me on this, because I just need you to trust me, Key. I'm like, but why wasn't I added to the insurance when you told me that I was going to be added to the insurance as a driver? He was like, I told you already it was just going to take my premium up and I didn't want to pay. I'm like, but you could have asked me to let that be a part of my half. Since we already going half on bills, all right, we can go half on the insurance since, I'm on the insurance. But no, you said that you would cover the insurance. If the money was an issue, we could have halved the insurance too. Like, come on. Like, now we got to figure out, like, how we're going to get them to pay it. If they are going to pay for it, and it's like, what's going to happen? He's like, just let me handle it. I'll handle it. I'm like, all right, Marlon, it's your car. You can handle it. Like whatever. But the car is drivable. So I can drive it home, whatever. I'll let you look at it. And he was just like, yeah, it could just be some body work that I can do. I was like, Marlon, the car is scraping underneath when I drive. He's like, yeah, like I said, it could just be like some minor body work. I'll take a look at it and I should be able to fix it. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So finished out my work day, ended up going home, cooking dinner. Marlon came home from work, started to look at the car. I walked outside because he had just pulled in. He didn't come in the house. I just heard when he came in because the garage lit up. And I saw him outside on the car. So I go out and I was just like, I see. He was like, yeah, I added you to the policy, and I'm gonna just probably report this to tomorrow or so. Like, just see. We'll do it that way. I was like, okay, Marlon, all right. He was like, but in the meantime, I mean, you can just drive my truck, and we'll just leave the car parked here. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Yeah, he said, we'll figure something out. It'll be okay. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So the next day, unfortunately, I did not have to work. Like, I was off work that day. So I used Marlon's truck to take, Kion to the daycare and school or whatever not, get the kids off to school. And then I went back to the house. And when I was at the house, I'm like, you know what? I really want to go to the gym. So I ended up going to the gym, get my workout in. And as I was coming back home from the gym, I mean, I was driving just normal driving, no speed and whatever. And I had my headphones, my Blue Beats headphones over my ears. I had them on. And I'm just driving, everything like all normal, cool, because I'm still like in gym mode, like sweaty, stinky, whatever. So as I'm driving, I noticed like cars kept, getting over to the right, because I was in the far left lane, the fast lane. But it's like I would come up behind the car and then they would get over to the right. And I'm just like, dang, I ain't even driving that fast. And they moving out my way. I'm just like, all right, cool. And I'm just moseying on down the road. And something told me to just look behind me, because it's just like every time I get behind a car, they got over. And I'm just like, I'm going the speed limit. Like, why do y'all keep getting over? So I just so happened to look behind me, and it was 3 cop cars following me, like right behind me. And I'm just like, what the fuck? All right. So I get over in the lane, like in the next lane. So I can I'm like, whoa, that's probably why they was trying to get over, because I got these cop cars behind me, because they had their lights going and everything. I'm like, that's probably why they was getting over. I'm like, oh shoot, I ain't hit them because I had my headphones in. So I'm like, I just get over. And when I got over, they got over. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I kept driving. Next thing I know, I heard, pull over.